School to prison pipeline means a lot of different things to a lot of different people. What does it mean to you?
School to prison pipeline. It means that there is a belief in our culture that for certain kids, it's predetermined that they're going to prison. And I think that our community, and unfortunately a lot of people in education, take a look at either certain behaviors or certain faces and say, well.
School to prison pipeline?
Yeah.
School is kind of like prison. My school experience has been very rough because I've always been labeled as ADHD. So they always have me locked up in one resource room where there is certain kids just like me that can sit still or, have problems paying attention.
The number of suspensions and expulsions exceeds 43,000 in Washington each year.
Kids in your school district or at school are getting expelled and suspended for long terms. What is your opinion on them still getting a chance to be educated?
I think that it's the same as anybody else getting their education, but I feel that if they're getting suspended for a long term, they're missing out on their education, and it's not going to make anything better. They're going to do it over and over and over again. My school experience has been me getting suspended, having IEP meetings, and meetings to get back into school. And it really has made an impact on my education. I think that all kids should be treated equal because we all learn at different paces. We all been through certain things. So
I was in all the remedial classes at my junior high. I was not successful in my junior high. I was expelled, as Keithan knows. I was expelled from 9th grade, so I had gone to a private 7 through 12, and I was expelled in 9th grade, so I started at the high school. I think a lot of the friction between students and teachers is simply lack of communication. Kids don't feel comfortable telling teachers why they're in the predicament they're in, and teachers are too busy to really ask. And I try really hard to ask those questions.
All kids deserve a chance to be educated. How do you feel about alternative schools?
Do you think alternative schools are successful and more should be built?
Yes. Yes, I do.
It's not successful.
It's not?
Mm-mm.
I think that the standard model, the standard public education model, doesn't work for every child. And that's not the child's fault. It's not the student's fault. I think that providing alternative programs and informing families and informing students and letting them take a look at what's available and make a good choice is going to help a lot of kids be more successful.
I don't think it's a good thing because you're surrounded by people who have the same problems as you, and say if somebody anger management doesn't go together, right?
Yeah.
So it's a lot more trouble, and kids think that if I'm at an alternative school, I'm a bad kid.
Kids who get suspended and expelled fall behind. How can you help them succeed?
All of a sudden I found myself in the gifted and talented program, and once I realized that's what they did, it was just a huge confidence boost for someone who'd been expelled, for someone who had failed out of a different school. To be told, you're right, you should be in the honors classes, was a big deal for me. And then I ended up graduating with academic honors.
I did pass packets in the summertime. Treehouse provided my pass packets towards my graduation diploma.
In Washington State, the estimated overall dropout rate for the class 2008 group was 21.4%.
The kids that made the choice to not attend school, quote unquote, drop out, do you feel that their chances of still getting their education is up?
Their chances of getting their education, it hasn't failed, but I think they need a little push, and for somebody to give them words of inspiration. So it's never too late for them. Because you can go to school until you're 21, and that's the Washington State required law. Yeah, something like that.
Okay. Well, thank you. Our experience here at TeamChild has been fun.
Amazing. I would never think I would have got a job here. Well, we got to learn how to pass a bill and like how it has to go through the lobbyists and legislators and to the big house, and then if there's any mistakes, back all over again. That was interesting.
We had fun working with all the staff at TeamChild. My favorite part about working at TeamChild would have to be the roundtables, because everything was so nerve-wracking and you're nervous, and we didn't really know what to say. We were quiet, we giggled a lot, but we learned. It was fun. We want to thank Stoll Reeves, Windermere, and TeamChild for having us this summer. My favorite part of working here was having my very own desk. I felt very important. I felt very professional working behind a desk. That was my own, with a computer. And I had my own little storage space.
Well,
oh my god, and when we buzz people in, I felt like I was an adult. I learned here about student rights would have to be the amount of days you get suspended, because we always got quizzed every day on what was long term and what was short term. We got them wrong.
short term was 10 and under, and
Long term is 10 and more.
Nice.
So that's what we learned. We had really fun. We had so much fun working here. Thank you.